What's going on, guys? Dillon here from Extreme Tronics, and today we're going to talk about magazines for your AEG. Alright, so before we get into it, I just want to let you guys know that this video is for anyone who's just starting off with airsoft, or for those of you out there that don't know what different type of magazines there are out there. There's a wide variety of options out there on the market for both mid-cap and high-cap magazines for all kinds of guns. So today I'm actually going to be going over the different types of magazines, their benefits, and I'll also give my personal preference on what type of magazines that I prefer to use. So, for starters, let's start off with the standard issue high-capacity or high-cap mag. High-cap magazines are usually loaded by a trapdoor at the top of the magazine. Now, there's different high-cap mags out there on the market. Depending on the gun that you have, the trapdoor might move either the front, the back, or the top. After opening that trapdoor, you can actually pour BBs into the magazine. Now, that's actually one of the main benefits of high-cap magazines. You can actually hold from about 250 to 5,000 rounds in these mags. For your standard high-cap mag, after loading the BBs in the reservoir, what you're going to want to do is wind this wheel here at the bottom. Winding that wheel at the bottom will actually keep BBs loaded into your magazine and allow you to keep firing. Sticking with high caps, another high cap that's very popular on the market, the flash mag. Now, with these flash mags, it's pretty much your standard high cap. Only difference is there's no wheel on the bottom. Instead, you actually open the trap door, and what you're going to want to do is there's a string here. You pull the string, load your BBs that much faster. One big disadvantage of high capacity magazines, although they hold a lot of ammo, is they actually rattle. So the more BBs you shoot through, the louder your mag gets. One thing to note is with the design of the high cap, it actually takes BBs to be in the reservoir to feed the rest of the BBs. So let's say if you're running out in the middle of a firefight, you do actually have to keep winding that wheel to get some more BBs up in there, so it keeps you in the game. Moving on from high cap, let's get into the mid capacity or mid cap magazine. Mid cap magazines can hold anywhere from 300 to 150, even 200 or so rounds. Now, the difference with mid caps and high caps is there's no wheel at the bottom of the magazine, so you actually need a speed loader to load them from the top of the mag. Speed loaders make loading your mid cap magazines a lot easier, and they come in all shapes and sizes. Like this one. This is the standard speed loader, holds about 90 to 100 rounds, and I'll show you guys how it works real quick. It's pretty simple to use. What you want to do is you open the trapdoor at the top, load some BBs in, close it. Every press of this plunger actually loads about 4 or 5 BBs into your magazine. What you're going to want to do is line the nozzle up with the mag and start feeding. Mid-cap magazines have their advantages and their disadvantages. One main advantage you get from a mid-cap in comparison to a high-cap is that since they're mid-caps, there's no rattle whatsoever. Everything's held in by spring tension, so you can be a little bit more sneaky on the airsoft field. The biggest disadvantage with mid-caps is, if you're trigger happy, you're going to run out of ammo a lot quicker than you will with a high-cap, causing you to reload. One of my personal favorites, the G&G high cap. Now, it's basically your standard high cap. Only thing I like about it is it holds 450 rounds instead of 300 rounds. And for some reason, these seem to feed with pretty much whatever gun I put them in. Now, if you're looking to carry even more ammo on you in one magazine, the Echo 1 Fat Mag might be for you. Now, this is basically a standard high cap. It still has a wheel on the bottom, but it holds 800 rounds. Now, if 800 rounds isn't enough for you, then there's this, the box mag. This holds 5,000 BBs. And what's cool about this is you can use it like a standard high cap. It does have the wheel on the bottom, but there also are some electronic auto winding options out there if your thumb gets a little bit tired from winding 5,000 BBs through your magazine. Capacity is actually one thing that you're going to want to take into consideration when it comes to choosing your mid-cap magazines. Like, for example, this is a full metal mid-cap, but it holds only 30 rounds. This polymer magazine made by Elite Force actually holds 140 rounds. A little bit lighter, but it actually holds a lot more BBs. Now, we went through the different types of magazines, but let me tell you guys about some of my personal preferences. Starting off with the G&G mid-cap. Now, what I like about this, it's all polymer construction, very solid, holds 120 rounds, but I think the best feature is that it includes this follower right here that actually feeds every single BB. Now, the reason why I'm such a big fan of this follower feature is that when you're shooting your AEG, most of the time with mid-cap magazines, when you remove it after you're done firing, there's going to be about 4 BBs that fall out just because there's a gap between this and the actual hop-up chamber. But what this follower does is that it ensures that you shoot through every single BB that you load into your mag. One of my favorite magazines on the market is the KWA K120 mag. This is the classic 120 round, all polymer. I almost dropped it. They're polymer, they're solid, they hold 120 rounds, and they're very, very durable. I've been running mine for years, and they're still holding up. If you guys are looking for any of the magazines that we use in today's video, go ahead and check out our website at extremetronics.com. Follow us on Instagram and Snapchat at Extreme Tronics. My name is Dillon, and I hope to see you guys on the field soon.
roughly like